Hi, it's Nancy, and today I want to go over a one-page business plan with you. You may or may not have a business plan. A lot of agents do not. A lot of agents are in the business and they go from sale to sale to sale, or listing to listing, or listing to sale, or they say, well, I didn't get anything on floor today, so I guess I'll try again later. Or I didn't get anybody coming through my open house today, so I'll have another one at some time and maybe I'll get lucky. So, and some of you do have business plans, and they can be several pages long and they can be complicated. So sometimes, and I used to have those. I used to have coaches that had business. I filled out their paperwork, but it was hard for me because I don't like filling out forms. Matter of fact, I hate it. So I needed something simple for me to give me clarity that I could look at in a moment's notice. One good coach that I had said, you need to write it down on a piece of paper that you carry around with you and that you look at every day, or you put it on your bathroom mirror, or you make a habit of looking at it every morning so you know what your plans are for this day, because it's such a distracting business and there's ups and downs and crisis and all kinds of things going on. So if you have something that's clear and precise that would help you to stay focused all year long, you might do very, very well at reaching your goal. Now, to start with on this business plan, and stick with me through this because this really makes sense when you get into it. The first thing I ask agents a lot of times is, well, how much money do you want to make in a year? Well, I want to make 100,000 or 200,000 or 500,000 or whatever that number is. Or sometimes they say, I don't know. I don't want to pick a number because I feel like that's not serving me or other people well. I just want to take care of the people that I come across. Okay, but it is a business. Real estate is a business, and it's a very enjoyable one. But you should have an idea of how much money you want to make and what your expenses are, so that as a business, you can take home money to support your household and to put savings aside and things like that. So we ask them, how much money do you want to make gross? What would you like your gross commissions to be? So they give us a number. So let's just say that number is, for the sake of ease, $125,000. Or we ask them how much they want to net, and they say $100,000. Okay, if you want to net $100,000, let's do this. Let's make your gross income at least $125,000. So you have some expenses that you're going to make. You're going to join MLS. Your broker's going to get a pay portion, whatever that is. But for numbers' sake, let's just say 125 gross, 100,000 net. Now, we have to know what the average commission is in your area, in the area that you're going to be working in. Like, it might be an area of town or your city or whatever that is. So what's the average commission? For the sake of numbers and math, so that I don't have to get my calculator out, let's just say that the average commission is $5,000. Okay, so if you want to gross $125,000 and net $100,000, and your average commission is $5,000, then you would say 5,000 into 125,000, or 125,000 divided by 5,000. You're going to need 25 closings. Now, that's not an overly aggressive number, really. It's about 2 closings a month. It's 2 closings a month is all it is. So through the next part of the business plan, we can determine how you're going to get that. So the next part of the business plan is 4 proven. I'm going to choose 4 proven, very important, lead generation systems that I have chosen to implement. I'm going to choose 4 proven lead generation systems to implement immediately. So you're going to commit not only to the number of 2 closings a month, or 24 transactions a year, or 25. You're going to commit, or we commit to proven lead generation systems. Not trying one thing and if you don't like it, switch to another. It's a system. So we have to find a system for each lead generation area that we want to do. Now, what is a system? Well, for sale by owners, there are many systems that you can implement, and if you're not creative to implement one on your own, you can buy them. You can buy systems. So you could actually buy a lead generation system to conquer for sale by owners. Okay. When I go over these different lead generation systems, keep in mind what you're actually going to commit to doing. Like that's going to require you to call on for sale by owners, right? So you want to be able to know that you're actually going to do that. And honestly, if you have a system, it makes it a lot easier. So a system might be something that looks like this if it was for sale by owners. It's like, okay, I'm going to call on them first. Here's what I'm going to say. I know what I'm going to say. I'm going to go see them at their house, take a look at their house, and then I'm going to start keeping in touch with them 8 to 10 different times in 8 to 10 different ways, or 14 ways, or however many times it takes to be able to get the listing. I'm going to be the most consistent realtor, and you're going to have all these things lined up that you're going to do automatically every week or every few days until you either get the listing, or they list with somebody else, or they take their home off the market, or they sell it themselves. That's a system. So for each one of these things that I'm going to mention to you, there is a system. Number one was for sale by owners, and you can pick your own. You can make up some other ones, but pick ones that are already proven that other realtors have been successful at. That means if they've done it and they've been successful at it using that system, you probably will be too. Expired listings is another one. A geographic farm is a great one. In our company, we have agents that have geographic farms that do extremely well. Networking with businesses, and when I say that, there's a group called Business Network International that's very successful at having an organized system for you to network with other businesses. So if you wanted to know how to do that, there's books. If you can't join a BNI group, there's books that teach it that you could purchase and study that and follow through with it. And one that I showed the other day is a good one for networking. So I'll try to get that and put it in the notes. But that business networking is a great way to get deals. Right now, I see several agents that since I've started doing the YouTube channel that have YouTube channels, and they're telling me because I've joined a couple of groups, and they're telling me what they're getting off of their YouTube channel. But that is a system, and it's a system. A system means something that you do consistently, okay, throughout the year. And consistently means in high volume, okay? That also means in high volume. Probate, if you wanted to follow probate leads, you could buy a probate lead system and learn how to do that, or simply get to know probate attorneys, but you must be systematic with it in order to be successful to meet your goal of your business plan financially. You could buy leads online. I wouldn't recommend it, but if you do that, then make sure that you follow up with all of those leads very consistently. So I see agents that buy leads online that don't follow up with their leads consistently. So that's not good. So that might not be for you. It takes a lot of follow-up. They say, like Zillow leads, when I talked to Zillow a while back, they said the best agent in the country had a 7% close rate on Zillow leads. That means they had a team member who sat by the phone and did nothing but call back the Zillow leads that they had gotten, and their close ratio was 7%, which means they had to have 100 leads to close 7. So how much time did that take? But it is a system, and you just have to follow up with everybody until you get 7% or greater. But that was the highest. I asked them, what's the highest in the country? And they said 7%. So if you can do better than somebody that's sitting by the phone all day, I don't know. But if you have, please let me know, because maybe Zillow's improved their method, but buying online leads is one way. Social media advertising, and I would be very careful with this, and I would say, okay, I need to find a system where social media advertising is actually going to bring me a number of deals each year. So what social media so far has been for most people is an awareness program or a branding program or a PR to get your name out there. And people that I know that are doing that haven't given me a system or a definite number that they're getting back a certain amount of deals off of it. But you could create a system for that, or somebody might have a system for that. But usually it's to enhance what you're already doing to get your name out. Open houses, and I will say that open houses is a very good system if you do it consistently. Any one of these things are if you do them consistently. Now, I mentioned in another video a gentleman in California who's doing a lot of business, and his system was to do 80 hours a month of open houses. And I'm sure he had some other things in his system, but he devoted 80 hours a month to his open house system, and he was very successful at open houses. So we're not talking about doing one a week. We're talking about more consistently than that. Okay, and when you do it in such a way with a system that you do the same thing for every open house that you do, that's going to create people coming to you for lead generation. Another one might be letter campaigns to absentee owners consistently, or investor owners consistently, and that also can work very, very well. So that's just a few. I'm sure you have other ones that you do, and of course staying in touch with your past customers is part of a system too. So once you're established in real estate, there are other systems that you will find. So 4 proven lead generation systems. If a good coach is teaching it, it's probably a proven system, and just know that. So you can go online and find out what they're teaching and follow their system. Or if you have a coach, they may give you a system or have you choose one that actually has worked for other people many times over. You don't want to reinvent the wheel. You want to do what's going to support you financially in your business. Now, you have to change your head a little bit and get some clarity, and you're going to need more time to learn these systems, follow these systems, put them into action. So there's 2 things that you want to do. Number 1 is give up some bad habits. So I would say give up 4 habits that have been sucking your time, that's been wasting your time, that are not serving you well. And for my 4, just so you know, I wrote down watching television. Now I watch YouTube education. Try not to get into the entertainment part of it. Same thing with Facebook. I try not to get into the entertainment part of it. So watching television, playing computer games. It's really, that time will fly by and you don't know how much time you've lost. Wasting time. I've committed to not wasting time. And engaging in negative chatter, which I don't usually have a problem with anyway, because I don't do that. But those are 4 bad habits that if you gave up and could replace with good habits, what would those good habits be? So I just wrote down some examples. Get up at 5 a.m. if you're used to sleeping later. Get up early, 1 hour earlier every single day. And specifics, 5 a.m. Get up at 5 a.m. Exercise 4 times per week. This is going to make me feel better, and I know I'm going to do a better job if I feel better physically. Read at least 1 personal development book per month. That's replacing watching TV with reading a book. It's a pretty good change. Meditation every day. And look at this plan every day. Look at my 1-page business plan every day. So this is something that you can carry with you. You can wherever you go and look at it at least once a day, or maybe once in the morning and once at night once you commit to it. So you got to commit, because what we see is people that are procrastinating on making a decision on what they're going to do in the real estate business, and then they start wandering and they're lost. And they might still get lucky and make some sales, but it's not a plan. It's not a business plan. Now they're just existing, and sometimes meagerly, in the real estate business. And we do, not at our company, we don't have a lot of it, but in the general business, we do have a lot of it. The other thing is that statistics, I think it's NAR that says that 85 to 87% of people who go into the real estate business fail within the 18-month mark. So I just wonder if they started from day 1 with a plan and they committed to the plan. If someone said, here's what you have to do from day 1, would we have that high of a failure rate? I don't know, but I don't think so. I don't think so. So then you have to picture, what is it going to look like in 12 months when I've made this amount of money? How am I going to feel about myself? So visualize that. You have to know that you are in control of what you do, not of what you say you will do. So it's up to you to do this. Your success, and I put on here, my success is up to me, no one else. It's up to me. It's not up to my broker. It's not up to my fellow realtors. It's not up to the people that I want to do business with me. It's up to me to learn it. And the last thing I put here is I start today. Make the decision. Start today. And it says at the bottom of the page here on the one page, we're still on one page. I commit to the above goal, lead generation systems, forming of the new habits, dropping the old habits, and serving others well to reach my financial goals for this 12-month period of time, beginning in the date and your signature. And we will help you. We will help you. You have to choose the systems. And we will help you by teaching you what to say, what questions to ask, those types of things in our future videos to come. And if you're working within my company, I'll help you personally. Have a great day. I hope you enjoyed this.